A.P.T. A.P.T. This is my 3-step learning process by which I coach my public speakers and my speakers. So A.P.T. A is for awareness. Now this is a really important step and some people skip over it. It's really important to know where you are in order to know where you want to go. So it's gaining awareness around what you're doing, whether or not that is serving your story and your message, and in turn your audience. And if it is serving you, and it is serving your story, fantastic, keep doing it. If it isn't, well, then we need to get tools and choices into place so you can do things differently. So awareness, how am I using my body? How am I using my voice? How am I mapping out my story? Is that structure working? Is it clear? Does it have lots of color in it and texture? Is it becoming alive for my audience? How you use your body. So, are you completely still? Is there energy coming up through your body? How are you using your hands, your breathing, your eye contact? Where are you carrying tension? All of this awareness is so important because if you don't know what you're doing, then you can't make different choices to change it. How are you using your voice? Are your words coming alive for your audience? Or do you have a really monotone, boring delivery that never changes? Because people will turn off if that's the case. And that is not serving your story, it's not serving your words, and it's certainly not going to serve your audience. So awareness, get clear, specific awareness around what you're doing, whether or not that's serving you and your story. And if it isn't, well, then you need to make different choices. And the only way to get those choices is by being aware of what you're doing so you can change it. P is for practice, preparation, and play. And play is really important because the practice and preparation, you can't get around it. You've got to practice and prepare. And the reason that you do that is because you are making new muscle memories in your body when you practice and prepare for something. The play comes in because you've got to inject a sense of playfulness into your preparation. Play with your words, change them around. How are they going to work best? Try them one way. If that's not working, try them another way. And if it's just drudgery and you feel like you have to do it, then chances are you're not going to do it. If you feel like it is a huge chore that you cannot stand, that the idea of practicing and preparing, it fills you with absolute dread. Well, that's not going to be good for you, and it's not going to be good for your audience, and it's certainly not going to serve your story. And you are going to get very little out of that practice time if it's a painful process. So, practice and preparation and play. This is where your toolbox comes in too. So you need to get that toolbox, that arsenal of skills, techniques, and experience that you need, that you can pull out anytime you need to give a speech, a keynote, whether you're giving a presentation, whether you have been asked to give a TED Talk, whether you're in a high-stakes meeting. Any of these situations, there are certain results that you want from that communication. And you want to be able to get that result, and you want to be able to repeat that result again and again. So it's important for you to have a good toolbox of practice, techniques, skills, and tools that you can pull out and use anytime, anywhere. T is for take it public. This is a really important step because you've done the awareness, you know what you're doing well, you know what you want to change and do differently. You're practicing, you've prepared, you've played, you've got that injection of life and color and texture into your story. Now it's time to take a litmus test. So take it public. Get in front of another human being or human beings and see how your words are landing. Because the only way you're going to know whether it's working is to get feedback. Now, it's great if your family want to watch, you can get your friends to come in and watch you. That's all fine. But that is not expert-specific feedback. And that is not the kind of feedback that's going to get you results. So you need to get in front of someone who knows what they're doing, someone who has done this before, whether it's Toastmasters, that's fine, or a coach, an expert coach in public speaking who can give you specific feedback, and that will turbocharge your progress. So it's getting specific, really, really specific, because the devil's in the detail. Get specific about what's working, what isn't working, and how you can change that to do it differently. And by the way, your phone is a fantastic way to get feedback, but you've got to know what you're looking for. Remember, specificity is your best friend. So get specific, clear, expert feedback that you can use to just funnel everything and streamline your process. Because trust me, if you get really expert, clear feedback, it's going to turbocharge your progress. It really, really is. So, A is for awareness, P for practice, prep, and play, and T is for take it public. A.P.T, APT.